Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Star Citizen Alpha 3.17.4 is now out on the PTU, and the Corsair is flyable in that patch ahead of the IAE. Now, obviously that's just the test build. It's a fantastic, manageable ship for a small crew. Go and check out my tour of that ship that's up on my channel. But we also have had a AMA from Cloud Imperium focusing on the 2952 IAE. I want to summarize that here. And we have some data mined leaks from the latest 3.17.4 PTU patch that I'll discuss at the end of the video. So I'll give you a solid spoiler warning for that when it happens at the very end. So don't worry if you're like, I don't want to know any of the new ships that are coming at the IAE beyond the Corsair. So Twitter AMA, let's start with this. Cloud Imperium answered some questions. Let's go through the questions they answered. Some of them are pretty obvious and simple, but I'll answer them anyway. Can we keep the shirts after we wipe this time? So this is referring to sort of items of in-game clothing and that sort of stuff, merch that you can buy in-game for your character at the IAE event. Cloud Imperium said, while it won't be possible this time, there is an internal initiative to make this possible very soon. When are you going to give us the times and dates for the limited ship sales waves? This will be part of the IAE FAQ, which will be going live on the Thursday, 17th of November. Can you comment on the whereabouts of Jax McCleary? So we saw the in memoriam at the end of the IAE trailer. Cloud Imperium said, let us know if you find out. So he may not appear in this Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. In fact, in the recent IAE predictions lore piece, the hosts also said they haven't heard anything from Jax, which is weird, and no one seems to have seen him, and it would be really hard to basically be filming stuff or for him to turn up at the IAE where no one had heard that he was going to be there. So we'll have to wait and see what's happening with that. Will the Endeavour be available for sale? Yes, it will be available on MISC Day, Day 8. Now, pretty much any ship that you can imagine will be on sale on the appropriate manufacturer day. There's very few ships that aren't on sale. Some of the military ships like the F8 Lightning, some of the old promo ships like the Sabre Raven, but pretty much everything else. And we know there's going to be waves as well of limited ship sales, which again will be published on as part of the FAQ on Thursday. Will the buggy race be in? So the Horizon track won't be introduced until 3.18, which is planned to come in December. Will we get salvage for the Vulture with the IAE patch, or is that going to be with 3.18 in mid-December? The Vulture is due to release in December with 3.18 alongside its salvage functionality. Can we fly the F8 Lightning? No. Will the Drake Corsair be available to rent during the IAE? Yes, it will be available from day one of the IAE. The Drake Corsair is also currently flyable in the 3.17.4 PTU build. Will the Drake Corsair be getting any special paints for its release and the event? Yes, so that's good to know. I say good to know. I haven't bought a Drake Corsair for myself yet. I will be buying one, and now I'm going to have to be buying loads of paints. Well, I say loads of paints. I'll probably pick one of the paints if they look cool. How can we get the best in show paints for the ship showdown ships? That being the Carrack, C8, X Pisces, Mercury Starrunner, and Scorpius. So, as long as you've got your ships in the hangar, so as long as you've bought your ship and it's on your account by the 27th of November, then you'll automatically receive those best in show skins. Why is this year's IAE titled The War at Home? With the Vandal War continuing to be the main focus of the UE Navy, crime in Stanton has reached new fevered heights with the recent Nine Tails attacks on Horizon. Additionally, there have been increased concerns about the recent reports of Xenothreat forces being sighted coming in from Pyro. This has all combined to leave the people of the UE in a period of fear and uncertainty, but Drake believes that it's time for people to arm up and take the power back so that everyone can help fight the war at home. Why is Drake sponsoring this year's IAE? Best to visit the expo to find out. They will be painting the halls red in Drake fashion. So that was basically a summary of that AMA. Nothing hugely sort of awesome there in forms of tangible information there. Actually, something I might have missed. How many new ships and vehicles will we see this year? While we can't discuss how many are new, we can tell you there will be a total of 124 ships appearing on the expo halls this year. Which is good to know. I would say there's around 120 ships, excluding anything new. So take that how you want. It does depend on how you count ships and exactly what's actually going to appear there. So we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. But there are some IAE predictions in a lore post, which I'm going to sort of combine with some of a data mine from the latest 3.17.4 PTU patch. So this does contain leaks and spoilers. We are going to be discussing the names of some of the new ships that are at the IAE and what their sort of functions are expected to be. Cloud Imperium did make a post about leaks earlier in the week, basically saying they really hated leaks that come from their own staff and internally when they're not supposed to, but data mined leaks, especially from PT patches that aren't Evocati patches, they're sort of much more open to and sort of sometimes leave breadcrumbs there. At least they can control the information and the information will be relatively accurate. Some of the problems with some of the leaks about these ships that came earlier were that they are now out of date with the information that they've given. So sort of bear that in mind. If you've been paying attention to those leaks, you may be disappointed. So there are mentions of the Consolidated Outland CEO, Silas Coerner. Now, that could be a hint that he is going to unveil something or talk about something, or we might get some updates on some of those Consolidated Outland ships. There are hints at Drake doing something big at the event. We already know that there's the Corsair, which is going to be flyable at the IAE, but it also looks like we have another Drake ship, and I might as well just say these names now because I've already given spoiler warnings. The Cutter. So this Cutter, this new Drake ship, appears to be some sort of multi-role starter, maybe a cargo ship, might be different variants of it. And if it is relatively small and will fit in some other ships and is pretty agile, then I'm probably going to switch all of my starter ships, all of my Mustang Alphas and Aurora MRs on my other accounts to the Cutter. So let's see exactly its function and its role and how it works. But it's looking very much like a Drake starter ship. So there's that RSI Galaxy ship too. Now I'm expecting this to be a concept cell rather than straight to flyable, whereas I would expect the Cutter to potentially be straight to flyable. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Please take all the leaks and everything we're talking about here with a giant pillar of salt, because a lot of it's my personal opinion with a load of random leaked information which may or not be accurate. So the RSI Galaxy looks like a medium-sized modular ship, sort of like a bit like a big Connie. Maybe it's RSI's sort of answer to the Caterpillar, but more of a sort of Connie vibe, because it looks like it's got a small hangar and the ability to specialize modularly in things like cargo, medical, or refining gameplay. So really looking forward to that, because modularity is one of the things that got me most excited about Star Citizen and started to get me to really cover the game and sort of like made me gear my channel towards Star Citizen. So great to hear that that's potentially a focus again. We are also going to see a little variant ship from Anvil, it seems. This being the Medical Pisces, the C8R. It appears that it's got a single tier 3 bed. So it's literally a tiny ambulance, if rumours are to be believed, for treating minor injuries and keeping patients stable. Really going to be pretty useful for like the Daymar Rally or general combat or mission running or deploying from a larger ship like a Carrack to go and save some of your crew that are exploring or doing a mission. Loads of uses for a little tiny, easily carryable medical ship. I am really looking forward to seeing all of those ships and more during the IAE this year. Do not expect that Galaxy to be flyable though. I am potentially expecting those other two that we mentioned to be flyable, and we could see variants of them too. But what do you think? I'm sort of really interested to know what you think about those sort of spoilers and rumours and leaks. The Tobii Eye Tracker 5 is on sale until the 18th of November. Use the links below to get 15% off. Basically, you can use your eyes to give you deepest immersions in Star Citizen, which natively supports the Tobii Eye Tracker. It also gives you head tracking as well. It's really useful. Boom! That's it for today's video. Go check out my tour of the Corsair if you are interested. Even if you're not interested, go watch it. Bah! It's an amazing ship, and it's going to be great for a variety of mission and cargo running sort of opportunities. I'm really looking forward to the IAE that starts on Friday the 18th. Are you looking to pick up any ship in particular? Are you interested in any of those new ships? Do you think the Corsair is going to go up much in price for this IAE now that it's flyable? I think it was $215, I think, last time it was on sale. Do you think it's going to be like $250? Do you think it's going to be more than that? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to...
Hello, I'm Winston Churchill, and I use NordVPN to defend the Internet Empire. We will fight the ants on the beaches. We shall fight on the Internet. We shall fight the trackers and the malware. Whether we want to watch Netflix for another country or have greater accessibility to the Internet, we will defend our island home. At any rate, that is what we're programmed to do.
Thanks, Winston Churchill. What? What do you mean, Tin? That wasn't Winston Churchill? Point still stands. Go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer to get yourself discounted NordVPN, or use the links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For November, we're giving away a Crusader Spirit C1. It's a fantastic looking multi-role ship that can fit a vehicle in the back or a load of cargo, and it looks really cool. It's got loads of forward-facing weaponry and a tractor beam. As it's a concept ship though, the winner will have a Cutlass back in the meantime as a loaner. It comes with access to the game and lifetime insurance too, so bam! Even if you don't have Star Citizen stuff yet, you can get straight into the game with this. It's all you need. Just comment on any of my videos this month to be in for a chance of winning. A massive thank you to everyone that has used the join button under my videos to become a channel member, and my Patreons. You guys are awesome. It really does help the channel. Please consider becoming one of those lovely people too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.